zone.
On 3rd and 1, Henry again makes a cut and off and running. The Heisman winner in the open field, headed for the end zone. No decoy tonight, Kirk.
No, just a great job of blocking on the right side of the offensive line. Dominique Jackson, Taylor, the right guard, the tight end, O.J. Howard. Boy, they opened that up.
A 20th. Watson rolling out. Takes a downfield shot. Renfro, the end zone. Touchdown Tigers as they answer the Tide score. "31 yards for that gritty ex-walk-on." Another look.
What an amazing effort here by Renfro. The big catch last week against the Sooners. And again, folks, he's a walk-on. He played quarterback last year in an option attack.
Lived in an orphanage, adopted by parents in Georgia, and given a scholarship by Nick Saban, but this one starts right, stays right. Missed it from 44 in the Tide. From the pocket. A strike and a touchdown again. It's Renfro. Unlikely star so far of this championship game.
Watson.
He got 7 on first down. Now rolls, pump fakes, and looks to throw downfield. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eddie Jackson, who baited the quarterback and creates the first takeaway of the night. Big defensive lineman in the formation, lead blocking for Henry, who just dives to pay dirt. Robinson and Reed, those studs on the D-line, making it pretty easy for Henry that time. An ugly line drive kick that is no good. 2-by-2 look. They fake it to Henry. Coker loops it downfield. Howard is wide open, and the tight end will waltz to the end zone. 53 yards against a confused secondary.
The confusion's right here. You have 2 receivers into the boundary, only 1 defensive back. But this safety right here, T.J. Green, not reacting, and you can see the receiver, the big tight end, actually slips downfield. A blown coverage.
Blocked as the Tide only had 10 men on the field, ran a man on late. And Hugo knocks it through from 37. Couple of tight ends. And a handoff to Gallman, who smashes straight ahead and scores. Tigers go strength on strength and take the lead.
Very, very impressive by that Clemson offensive line. 5 new starters. The continuity is as strong as any unit on this offense. And Dabo Swinney, Jeff Scott, and Tony Elliott.
And this one is good. Tide driving 64 yards in 8 plays. The big 3rd and 11 conversion to Stewart, the key play. And now an onside kick. Griffith, and it's caught. And Alabama's got the ball back. Marlon Humphrey, the corner, and a perfectly executed little pooch kick. Being offside, though.
But look how tight they are right here. See how tight? All that room to the top. They disguise it perfectly. That's about as good as a kick as you could hope for from Griffith.
Drake spelling Henry now, and Coker looks downfield again. Wide open is Howard for his 2nd long touchdown tonight, and the Tide reclaim the lead.
You've got confusion in coverage here from Alabama's on Howard right here. He's going to slide down. Green settles in, and nobody gets back with Howard. It's the 2nd time we've seen the tight end get behind coverage. You don't know from sitting up here if it's T.J. Green, the safety.
His first attempt was blocked. This one right down the middle. And that quick response does cut into the lead, but now the Tigers defense is going to have to stop Henry and company. Drake makes a cut, gets the corner. Look out, Kenyon Drake can fly. Eludes the kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, Drake. 95 yards. A 10th non-offensive touchdown this season for this team.
And think of the injuries. Think of the career that Drake's had. A missed tackle there by Tankersley, and there's no way Curse can catch him. Or the kicker. The only guy that had a chance was T.J. Green at the end, 15. Drake sensed him and dove for the pylon to get it to the corner.
Watson, a dart, Scott scores! A touchdown drive that sums up the determination of this undefeated team.
Told you that this football team would not be flustered. They wouldn't panic. They're going to have to go for 2 here to get it to be a 3-point game.
Watson is flushed, chased, and cannot get there. Lost the ball as he was shoved out of bounds. Big Jaron Reed was chasing him. They flip it to Howard, and the big man gets the edge and gets crumbled again. O.J. Howard tight-roping and shoved out inside the 20. Pardon the pun, but Howard has been the rock tonight for Bama.
Mackenzie Alexander not being in this game. Baker misses the tackle right there. He gets out-leveraged, doesn't get to the outside and force Howard back in.
Henry, no, stuffed, stopped by Clemson.
Remember, Clemson cannot stop the clock.
But a great effort by Dodd and those guys. Now they call it a touchdown. So a very delayed signal, and Alabama may have just finished business in the national title game.
Ruling on the field, runners both the play to go.
I'm trying to see where.
He's still spinning.
Did he reach across there?
Boulware's grabbing for the ball as Henry tries to extend it across. Again, it's just the front of that white line. And there's the spin.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's in.
How about that, Kirk? This tussle back and forth. It comes down to a second and third effort. Henry's having his hair grabbed on the play. He's spinning and just reaching the ball inches across that goal line for perhaps a clinching touchdown.
After review, the ruling on the field of touchdown is confirmed.
So for Derrick Henry, Watson for the end zone. Caught for a touchdown by Peak with 12 seconds. You like it? With 12 seconds to go. Wow.
An absolute laser from Watson.
Hugel. With more guys to the right. Kicks it that way. Ball takes a kangaroo hop, and it'll go out of bounds, and Alabama will have it one kneel down away from a national title.
Even Chris.
Finally, oh
yeah,
boy,
they got him.
Some Crimson Gatorade. They did a good job.
4th championship in Tuscaloosa, 5th if you include the championship at LSU. Put him up there with the all-time greats.
Alabama back on top of the college football world. Another building block in this dynasty. In the desert tonight. A very famous hero. A man who's waited a long time to seize center stage, O.J. Howard. Reggie Ragland in that defense. had to work hard to stop the brilliance of Deshaun Watson. Two buddies who became friends in New York at the Heisman ceremony, Watson and Henry. First, we have the hardware to hand out, and for that, down to John Saunders.
All right, Chris Fowler, thank you very much. And it's time to hand out the championship trophy. We first should say congratulations to the Clemson Tigers on a tremendous season and a very hard-fought game. But time to do it once again, Bill. Joining me is Bill Hancock, the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff, to hand out the championship trophy.
John, is college football awesome or what? On behalf of the conferences and schools that manage the College Football Playoff, I do want to congratulate both of these teams for a great effort tonight and all during this most compelling regular season. And now it's my pleasure and honor to present the National Championship Trophy to Coach Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Nick, congratulations on your 5th. We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, what do you have to say to the faithful of the Crimson Tide who've waited for this again?
Well, you know, this is all about this team and the players on this team. There weren't very many people early in the season that thought this team could do it. And this team made a tremendous commitment to one another and did it together. And I've never been prouder of a group of young guys than I am. And that's why I'm so happy for these players.
It's interesting because after the loss to Ole Miss, and you guys turned the ball over a bunch in that game, and you might have won that one, but after the loss, what did you have to say to the group to get them to make a charge like this?
How do you respond to a loss? You know, you got to have character to overcome adversity, and everybody's going to have to buy in and do things exactly like we need to do them to be a better team, and every one of these guys did it, and that's why we're here now.
It took a little something extra. I was standing on the sidelines with Urban Meyer, and he talked about what is your commitment to win. What's the commitment of this group of guys?
Well, they have tremendous passion for each other, for the game, and we've got a lot of great competitors on this team, and the leadership on this team has been fabulous. So I've never been prouder of a bunch of guys. I mean, they've just overcome so much to get here. We didn't play our best game tonight, but they did what they had to do to win, and I'm smiling.
What does it say about a team that's as dominant as you guys are on defense, that has an offense with a running back like Derrick Henry that can explode like that, and special teams may have been the difference?
I think special teams may have been the difference in this game. The onside kick and the kickoff return for a touchdown sort of changed the momentum of the game, and you know, but we made some big explosive plays on offense. We got him stopped a few times when we needed to on defense, so it's a great team win, and I'm proud of all of them.
I had a chance to chat with your better half, Terry, when she took the podium here, and she said, boy, it's more fun like this in a close game. Do you feel the same way as you walk off with your 5th championship?
No, I think I aged a little bit tonight, but you know what I want to say to all of our fans and all of our players, which I said at our banquet this year, is I thank them for all that they've done to make this team what they could be. But I say there's an IOU that goes with everything. Thank you. And I owe them so much for their great effort in terms of what they did. And we owe them our best. We try to give them our best as coaches, and they've responded like champions that they are. So we're excited for them.
As I ask you one final question, and that would be, as I mentioned, 5 championships for Alabama, and try to pick one that is better. Is it all about what the team has given you when you try to decide what separates this from the other 4?
Well, you know, look, this is all about these players on this team, and none of those other championships really were anything that I ever thought about other than what can we do to help this team be successful. And I'm so pleased and proud of it. I haven't even thought about the rest of it. So I'm just happy for this bunch of guys to do what they did tonight against Clemson.
Nick, congratulations again. Congratulations to the entire team. Congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide.